What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny? It has to actually be funny. I'll go first. My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing. And he got...
Oh my God. Okay. Hey, listen, I support people looking for their passion. Breakdancing is a wild thing to want to abandon your family for, if this is true.
At 40-something?
My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us.
Okay, so let's just assume. Let's be generous. Let's say he's late 20s.
30s.
Late 20s. 4 kids, you could definitely do that in your early 20s. So, and then he abandoned them when she was 4. So let's say 28. Let's be generous. Breakdancers don't make no money. I know even the top dudes make like low 6 figures. And that's for like 10, 15 of them. There's not, and if you want to know how we know this, both of us are very embedded in the street dancing, in terms of dancing, okay? In terms of he's emceed events, won battles. Abandoning your family to do that is disgusting. I mean, at least if you would have gone to do some kind of thing that's really profitable, I could have maybe... Breakdancing.
He like blew up. Like he became like a D-list celebrity status, like viral breakdancer. He became like the oldest actively competing breakdancer in the world. Then he got on Good Morning America and talk shows, and Washington Post wrote about him, and he went super viral, and he did all these interviews, and he danced with Paula Abdul. And here, I'll show you.
To see, take a look at this 60-year-old breakdancer. Yes, 60 years old. Amazing. That's Ben Hart. He's competing at a breakdancing competition in Philadelphia, and he may not have won, but I tell you what, he is winning over a lot of people on the internet. Yes. He really is. Yep, he's winning over a lot of people on the internet.
This guy wouldn't pay my medical bills. The worst part, damn it, he's good. He should not be able to move his body like that. It's like impossible. It's beautiful. Hey, Dad. Like there was no split custody or anything. Like he just like left 4 kids to do that. He may not have paid for some of my medical bills growing up, but he...
She wearing a shirt with this nigga?
He did give me this breakdancing merchandise, so that's...
I just noticed. Oh, that's cold. Not colder than his jacket, but cold nonetheless. Okay. All right, let's keep going. That's why I love this video already.
I am disappointed. I am. That's what I'm feeling right now.
This is one of the best movies I've seen. This is better than a Jordan Peele movie. I want to keep going. Let's go.
You know, I'll get texts like this, "Happy birthday?" question mark, and then like links to his breakdancing videos. If you have
No. Not. Is it your birthday? Birthday? Here's a link. Bye.
So he makes a response. I don't know what the response is, so let's find out.
Okay, I wake up at 6 a.m. to do some work. I get my coffee. I sit down. I open my computer. And what am I greeted with? Well, hundreds of comments calling me a deadbeat dad, a child abandoner, and all manner of other insults. So I think, what's this all about? Well, after a few minutes of investigation, I discover that my daughter, Maddie, has made a video about me. She's a screenwriter in Hollywood.
This feels like all the TV programs I used to watch. So, kids, how are you guys going to get to the pool today? Oh, you're going to walk through the neighborhood and take the sidewalk and then just climb along the tree. Fantastic. Make sure you avoid the bad guys. All right.
Okay, Mr. Deadbeat.
All right. I don't know why he has that TV voice.
Some of her videos get millions of views. And this video has tens of millions of views. 1 million likes, 20,000 comments, 40,000 bookmarks, 30,000 reposts. It's just insane. So I thought I'd better watch this video. And frankly, I was pretty chagrined by what I heard, to say the least.
To say the least.
Shut the fuck
And the
up.
next thing that happened will surprise you.
This guy sounds like a Dragon Ball Z recap. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. To say the least, I was disappointed. To my chagrin, my daughter was bad-mouthing me. It made me feel sad.
I can't take him seriously.
I'm having a hard time.
The more I watch this video, the more I like it. Well, I like about 98% of it. However, I do need to correct a few statements in the video. Okay, in many ways I love this video. And of course, I love my daughter Maddie. And we get along great, at least I think we do. But a few corrections are in order, or at least a few things that need to be put in context. First, I can see that as a 5-year-old, Maddie would see her dad as having abandoned the family. One day I was living there, the next day I wasn't. And that will look like abandonment to a child. But married couples do get divorced about half the time in America. And I was just living a mile or so down the street in LaGrange, Illinois. We just weren't living under the same roof. Now, about not paying medical bills, that's just not correct. Here was the financial arrangement of the divorce. Maddie's mom, my ex-wife, got $2 million at the get-go, out of the gate, a lump sum payment.
Hey, yo! This is way better than Jordan Peele's movies. I didn't see that shit coming. Okay, you know what? I take back
$2 million as a lump sum.
I take back everything. I was wrong.
Then?
I was wrong.
My bad.
I am so sorry.
Yo, my bad.
I said this man was a fool for going to pursue breakdancing,
God.
so he was gonna struggle, not realizing this
This
man
man-
was already a made man. He was wanting to start enjoying his life, and if that's the case, I take back everything I said, and I'm sorry.
What?
I f***ed that up.
It looks like mama was about mouthing the dad.
Because personally, the only people I know who pursue breakdance seriously are poor people. So this is a first for me. I've never heard of somebody with millions in the bank doing that. Okay. I take back what I said. Let's
$2
keep on.
million.
Plus, I was paying her $18,000 per month in child support and alimony. This was later reduced to $12,000 per month. And of course, I paid health insurance and out-of-pocket medical costs. I also put $600,000 into the kids' college fund. In all, I paid out about $5 million to my ex-wife to cover costs for her and the kids. And this is in 2005 dollars. So add 50% to account for inflation. In other words, I was not a deadbeat dad at all. And by the way, Maddie did not say that in her video. But a lot of the comments assume that and say that. Now, of course, there was no way for Maddie to know how much I was paying because she was a kid. This wasn't something I talked about. Also, remember that I was living 1 mile down the road from the kids in LaGrange, Illinois. Sidewalks all the way. An easy walk or bike ride. I saw the kids all the time. No abandonment, just a divorce. Was I at fault in the divorce? Yeah, I would say I was about 70% at fault. I own that. Maddie's mom and I were really not compatible in many ways. We were compatible in some ways, but not in other ways. Do I regret marrying Maddie's mom? No, absolutely not. If I had not married Maddie's mom, Maddie and her 3 siblings would not have been born. They would not have existed. The kids have turned out great. Maddie graduated from Northwestern University and is a screenwriter in Hollywood. Maddie's older sister Tori is a partner at a hedge fund on Wall Street, and she's getting rich. Maddie's younger sister Olivia just graduated from college and is teaching English to first graders in Thailand. Her older brother Peter is getting a master's degree in psychology. I get along great with all my kids, including Maddie. At least I think I do. So the kids are doing just fine despite Dad's many shortcomings. One other slight correction, which I hesitate to even bring up because I love the way Maddie did this in her video. I did not abandon the family for breakdancing. I have a career. I'm in the advertising business, built an ad agency. That's how I was able to afford to pay Maddie's mom $5 million. Maddie's mom and I separated in 2004 and divorced in 2005. I took up breakdancing entirely by accident in 2012 as a way to get in shape at the age of 54.
Again,
Hey, my
I
bad.
stand corrected.
My bad.
I owe this man
My bad.
a dozen apologies.
Wow, we sorry about that.
But to be fair, I did say I don't know the whole story, so it might change when I hear it.
Doesn't matter.
But it is crazy.
Still
You watch
crazy.
one video, then you get a different perspective. You're like, oh, this changes everything.
I then just kept doing it. I'm now age 66. Now some of you might be wondering, can he still breakdance at age 66? Well, I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, hell no. This man said, all right, now that I just clapped everybody with these receipts, y'all want to see me break dance?
I'm not mad at it. You know what? I'm gonna watch every fucking minute of it.
Yep, let's all watch him break dance.
Okay, Maddie, let's see how the old man does.
crazy to think he picked that shit up at 55. Hey, you know what? Kudos to you.
That makes me think.
Whatever you do for your health to get there, if it's dancing, it's breakdancing, I just gotta show it love. I thought this man went out to be a professional, but he's just doing it as an amateur who enjoys it, and I love that. And I encourage everybody. Anybody's learned to dance, whether they're good or not, I don't care. When you want to be professional, that's a different discussion. Then we have to have more serious talks because you want to make a living from it, and it's very hard to make a professional living from dance. So then you have to be more critical. Anybody who's trying to learn, I don't care how good you are, how bad you are, I always encourage it. So I think it's really beautiful to see because I'm telling you right now, a lot of the moves that he's pulling off are difficult. They're not easy. So shout outs to him.
That makes me think of my girl Leslie.
Yes.
Leslie was. Did you see that video where she's dancing with Daz? She started dancing house dance when she I think she was 65 when she started, which 62 or 63, and then she used to go to all the teachers knew about her because she was there. As a matter of fact, when we did our first show, our first comedy show, she was there. Yeah, right on the side.
How old is Leslie?
Huh?
How old is Leslie?
My God.
She got to be 70, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is this guy listens to the music a lot better than a lot of modern b-boys.
Main point is that it's never too late to start breakdancing. I started when I was age 54. I'm now age 66. So there's really no excuse for anyone not to be breakdancing. So the bottom line is this. At first, I really did not like Maddie's video at all. But I was biased by all the negative comments that I was greeted with at 6 a.m. in the morning in my social media feed. But the more I watch the video, the more I like it. And her video certainly is true from her perspective, even though a few details are off, no doubt because of what she heard from her mom. And I do think it's a great storyline that a 54-year-old dude left his family to pursue breakdancing, even if not quite true, factually. But perhaps it speaks to a bigger truth. A truth that is really truer than the actual facts of the matter. This could be a very funny movie plot. So maybe Maddie will make this movie about her 66-year-old breakdancing dad.
Daddy knows what the fuck he's doing.
Didn't I tell you?
Daddy works in marketing.
What did I say?
And it could be a plot. Holla!
Because she's a screenwriter, Maddie is.
Yeah.
And what did I say?
You said what you said.
This is better than a Jordan Peele movie.
Said what
and I also say this. Despite the fact that his daughter was very complimentary of his dance, and she was like, this guy's really talented, all this other stuff. She was showing him love. I like that in his response, he did nothing but try to protect her as much as possible. While still explaining the things and giving the context, he never excoriated her. And I actually really dislike it when I see family members going after each other and saying all this stuff, especially if they're supposed to be tight. So this was a nice turn. I like this video.
This guy is smart.
Yeah.
As I scroll through the 12,000 comments on Maddie's video, I really like most of them. Some are hilarious. Here are a few I'll read at random. This one is from someone named Ro, and she says, my mom abandoned me as a kid to join a Renaissance fair across the country.
Hey, yo!
This is from Diane. In foster care mandated therapy, the therapist told me I had abandonment issues and then stopped showing up to the sessions.
Yo!
When my grandma passed away, my grandpa moved into a senior's home, met another woman, and brought her as a date to the funeral. Here's someone who says, a video of my dad was featured in an episode of World's Dumbest Criminals. I love you, Maddie. You are very creative and talented. Keep doing exactly what you're doing.
Now, I'm going to say this, prove me wrong. I want to see if she has a response.
I'm recording a quick response to all this. I'll probably delete this in the morning because I don't actually have bad will. I posted my video because it's a very funny story. It's very silly. I like to laugh at my trauma instead of being super sad about it. But I know my dad posted a 10-minute video or whatever being you know, my daughter's lying. We have a great relationship. I have a great relationship with all my kids. That's just objectively not true. Like, guys, we're all freaking out about this in my family group chat right now. We're being like, he's so unhinged and delusional. We don't know if he actually believes his own narrative or if he's lying on purpose, but he's just like a weird guy. Yeah, he said he lived down the street from us. That's not true. Or like if he did, it was only for a few months maybe, but actually for most of my childhood, he lived in Florida with his new wife. Like basically like...
Man, I don't know what to think anymore.
You know what? I'm gonna say this.
Hey, I don't know what to think. I don't know.
I'm gonna say this. Not my clown, not my circus. I'm gonna leave it alone. Stop being in people's business.
I paid for a ticket to the circus. I want to know all the drama. I want to know why the bitch with the knives is fucking the dude who does the flamethrower. I want to know why that monkey is pregnant, and I want to know why you are on the trapeze, but you have one leg. I want to know all these things. I want to know what happened.
Is he lying? Did it leave you, or was the money there?
Well, yes, I want to keep.
If the money was there, I don't care about the rest.
Let's see what she says.
I don't want to get into this. Like, again, like my video was basically like sanitizing the situation and like poking fun at the lightest parts of that childhood trauma. But obviously in real life, it was a lot more like complicated and traumatic, and it was really hard. He left us, immediately married another woman. We didn't hear from him for years. And then he would visit every few months and we'd go out to dinner. But like, he truly had no hand in raising us at all. We don't speak with any sort of regularity. He doesn't know when my birthday is. Like, as you guys saw in the video I posted, he got it wrong. He gave us some money growing up. I honestly don't know the nitty gritty of the financial situation. I really, really don't. But I do know that several times I've asked him for financial help with medical expenses, like especially like in college, and he wouldn't help me. So that's what I was referring to in my video when I was like, he wouldn't pay some of my medical bills. I'll probably delete this in the morning, but I'm, 2 hard kombuchas in, and so I feel the need to kind of defend me and my family's like POV. Bottom line is this guy was a completely absent father. He's like, I was just a bike ride away from those kids. And it's like, not once did any of us ever take a bike ride to his house. I don't think I've ever been in his house ever. So this whole thing is so bizarre. Like, I'm so surprised that he responded to my video because I'm just like, damn, I could have actually made you seem like way worse than I made you seem. Like in my video, I just made you seem like such a whimsical, funny guy. But in real life, it was actually a lot darker. So I'm so surprised that he responded to it. And it's obviously kind of hurtful and weird. But again, we don't really have a relationship, so...
Okay. All right.
It's weird. It's a weird one.
Who's right, who's wrong?
I don't know.
I think in general, these kind of situations, it's a bit of both. Do I think this guy was a bit of a weirdo who's probably very absent in a lot of ways? Absolutely. Do I think he financially provided for his family? Absolutely. I think...
You think he provided for the family?
Yeah.
What makes you think
a
that?
$2 million settlement for a divorce.
That's what he said. You don't know how delusional the dude is.
Maybe he's making that up, but she didn't say he's making that up.
Fair.
And I think that's something you could just have receipts for. That's not something that you can contest.
And the fact that she's saying, well, I came to him with medical bills and he wouldn't pay them, I can understand that if you gave $5 million in total, you saying that you're paying for a medical bill. If you're dealing financially with the mom and the kid comes with bills, I'm gonna be like, go see your mom with that shit.
Absolutely.
You're gonna see it like denial, but I see it like I already paid. So $2
million is crazy, but that's the marriage. That's the settlement they came to. It is what it is. My thing on the outside looking in is, one of the daughters is some hedge fund person. Everyone's going to college for masters and stuff like that. He got to be paying for some of that. So that money must have come from somewhere, and clearly he admits to paying it. Those kids are very well off in terms of what they got financially. Mm-hmm. It's not like they broke. So he didn't just leave them destitute and financially inept. And I don't think you even could.
Or mama's a hustler.
Because he's making so much money with this company. They divorced after having multiple kids. They get money. This is not my opinion. That's just how the court systems work.
Or the court is going to settle it, or you would have been in prison.
So financially, he was definitely very involved, just maybe not to the degree that she would like. But look, what I wanted to say is essentially this. We don't know the ins and outs of that family dynamic. We'll never know, because we don't have the nuance of it. We're watching this messy thing play off online, and everyone's interjecting with their own familiar experience and their own perspective, not knowing all the details. Generally, in these kinds of breakdowns in family, generally 2 people are very much at fault. 2 parties are very much at fault. And considering I just don't think there's a real place where you could publicly out and name and put your father's name out there and do that and not think it's going to be negative for him. Like her saying, like, oh, I could have done so much worse. Ma'am, considering the amount of hate comments this man probably got because of your video, I don't know how much worse you could really make it. And I don't know if that's a comment you really want to be making, as if it makes you look good. You know what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. Oh, I could have said so much. Like, it doesn't matter. You started this out of nowhere. That's crazy. in that same token, whatever she's probably voicing and her siblings are voicing too, probably doesn't come out of nowhere. But like Preach said, if you're not part of that family, it's hard to have a say. So on the outside, is this entertaining? Absolutely. Grade A stuff. But families are complicated, and I'm not going to take anybody's side on this. What do you think?
Same.
Do you think there's ever a time for someone to be putting out a video like that about their father?
I can understand the sentiment, but I wouldn't do it.
Nah.
If I got to deal with something with someone in my family, I'm going to deal with them. Like, I don't have to put it out there.
It has to be real evil for me to do that. Like, if he went out and murked a bunch of people.
Yep.
Sure. If he wasn't the best dad, I'm not going to just put his name and his face on Front Street and be like, he was not around much and all this other stuff, and then this is going to get back to him. Like, how do you think he's going to react?
You can still tell the story without posting his face. You could post the exact same story without posting his face.
Or posting his name. If he's a public figure, you can't post a story.
I mean, you can, but there's going to be repercussions.
What he said. That's a wild thing. So, all in all, irrespective of however this family goes down, I think she's more in the wrong for me for making this a public thing. But that's just my thoughts on it. You?
Yep. Same.
Same?
Yep, we're on the same page.
Yeah, but I don't think this man's a perfect dad or anything like that. But it was interesting. It was interesting watching that video. Shout out to him for breakdancing at that age, so I'm glad he found something that made him healthy and happy.